let me ask you a few questions, and based on your answer, I will tell you what these mean, right? First is look at the top 5 people that you hang out with the most. Are they genuinely good people? Do they have good morals? When I mean good people, I don't mean that, yeah, they care about their parents. No, all of us care about our parents. But I mean, do they have good morals? Would they screw over someone else for their own benefits? If you have instances of that in your life, and you have seen them do that, it's time to question the type of people that are around. The second question that I want to ask you is that if you were to exchange life with this person, these 1 2 people that you are the closest to, would you be happy or would you be sad? Because if you were sad, then that's the life that you're going to be headed to, because their beliefs are now your beliefs, their work ethic is your work ethic, because you tend to rub off on that energy, right? Let me tell you a very personal story. I used to hang out with these boys, and they used to constantly tell me stories about, hey, listen, I'm going out with this girl, I'm going out with that girl, I fucked this girl, I fucked that girl, while they had girlfriends, right? And honestly, it just struck me that these people have no morals in their life whatsoever. They have no character. When they give someone a promise, they cannot keep it. So, how can they give the promise to me? If we were to enter into business together and someone else came behind their back and wanted, behind my back, and wanted them on a partnership, would this guy screw me over to do that? Fuck yes, he would. Because he is so inward thinking. He would rather satisfy his demands by screwing someone else that he doesn't give a fuck, right? That is what I mean. I was in the exact same situation as you, right? I was with that same horrible friend group, that same people that has no morals, no self-respect, to a point where they would go against their own words to prove me wrong, right? This is not to bash them, right? They were still really funny. They were still amazing to hang around with, because the whole time I was laughing. But what I failed to realize is that if your jokes cannot be as funny as the man that I'm going to be if I hang out with you every single day, because I'm going to start to trade my morals. I'm going to start to believe your beliefs. I'm going to start to compare myself to you, right? That's not the type of man that I'm trying to be. So essentially, if your answer to the questions of, hey, are these people genuinely good people, do they have good morals, is not an instant yes, I have no doubts about these boys, then it's an instant no. Because even for a second, if you sat to think about it, that means you have some kind of a suspicion on the things that you haven't caught on. That little sentence that they've told, that little thing that they told to this other party that came, told you, all these kind of small things add up. And the fact that you're not instantly telling yes, absolutely no doubts, they're solid, is concerning, right? I had a very good friend tell me this one time, right? He told me, he sat me down and I asked him, have you ever cheated on a partner before, right? And then he told me, I've been cheated on more than 3-4 times. I would gladly be cheated on 30 more times, but I would never ever cheat on a girl. And that struck with me so well, right? That struck with me so well because he's like, I don't care what happens to me, but I can control what I do to the other person, right? And I'm never going to let go of my morals. And that is so deep. That's how I know that he's never going to screw anyone over, right? Now, it's more than just words, because a lot of people say one thing and do one thing, some other thing, right? A lot of it has to do with the fact that they're also proving this to you time and time again. If your friends have truly been tested over time, for example, my business partner is a very skilled coder. This is a true story. And he gets opportunities of working with huge companies and, basically screwing over the business. For even for a second, and we are best friends from the age of 5, so even for a second I would never doubt that he would screw me over. We both have shared bank accounts, shared Gmail accounts. He knows my Instagram password. I never ever doubt him that, hey, he's gonna go check out my Instagram messages with my girlfriend. He's not gonna do that shit, because it's more than money. It's more than um, his pleasure. It's just the mutual respect we have for each other. We have built businesses together, we have been through thick and thin together because we wanted to make shit work. And it's not even about this venture together. It's just the person of quality, right? Now here I got really lucky because we're childhood friends, but even in my other friends, the people that I used to hang out with before, they didn't give a fuck about hurting someone for their own pleasures, right? They didn't give a fuck that if they had the chance to go against their own word, to screw someone over in business for their own benefit, they would do it. And guess where they are in life? They are nobodies still. Like, I tried to check up on a few of them. Not check up as in not text, but like just to see on Instagram what they're up to. They're fucking nobodies, right? That is the big point that I'm trying to make, right? Because karma always catches on. I truly believe that karma always catches on. And the type of people that you hang out with, you tend to take their worldviews. You tend to adopt their level of thinking. Whether you like it or not, you might say that, yeah, listen, like I don't hang out with them so much, but still you hang out with them. You're picking up on their energy. Their energy is up in the air. So genuinely ask yourself this question: would you A, trust these people with their character and morals? B, would you like to exchange your life with them? If not, if you answer no to any one of these things, ask yourself the third question: where can you go so that you can actually meet these people that you want to trust with your things that they could hurt you over, and you would potentially like to have their lives? Where could you go and what would you have to do? Answer that, and I'll probably make another video answering this as well, because this actually changed my life. The type of people that I hung out with after I made the decision to cut off these losers changed my life.